Hi Camp Rainbow Gold Scholarship winners, my name is Taylor and I'm a former scholarship recipient, and now I'm a member of the committee. I just want to take this time to congratulate you all. To the repeat recipients, congratulations. We as a committee recognize your hard work and we know what it takes to be able to be a repeat recipient. To the seniors who graduated this year, congratulations. I never thought I had what it took to go to college, and here I am a college grad. It's been a really weird year with COVID-19. We've had schools be finished online, graduations canceled, and on top of it, you all have already been through so much as childhood cancer survivors. This is going to be a great opportunity. I'm so excited to see what this scholarship will do for you, how it'll further your education, and what you will do in the community as adults. Again, congratulations from the committee and me.
Hello, my name is Sandra Miller and I'm the chair of the Camp Rainbow Gold Scholarship Committee. It has been my honor this year to serve in this role with this amazing group of human beings who have the honor to review applications of our amazing campers. Normally we would have a picnic and a celebration of each of you in person, and with situation the way that they are currently, we chose to go with a video instead. We recognize each one of you scholarship recipients and look forward to the achievements that you have in front of you. Congratulations, everyone.
I'm here to congratulate Zachary Goode on receiving a 2020 CRG scholarship. Zachary is a fourth-year scholar. He's a double major studying health sciences and biology with a minor in chemistry at the Idaho State University. Zach is also CRG's Academic Achievement Award winner for 2020, all due to his outstanding grades and some demanding coursework. Zach's fondest camp memory was last year, when he mentioned in passing to some of his campers that he too was a cancer survivor. His campers were amazed because he is all grown up and healthy. One could not tell how very sick he was. Zachary states, "I think that campers seeing me healthy and giving back will inspire them in many ways. I hope that when my campers are going through hard times, they will remember our time at CRG and that there is better waiting for them." Zach's fondest memory is the surprised look on his campers' faces. Zachary says, "It was awesome." As far as camp lessons go, Zachary understands that life is not always, and rarely it seems, fair. He learned that he can do something to address the many ways that cancer affects children, that he can reframe a problem or goal and make it into something better, even if it was not what was originally wanted. Zach states, "I have made many friends with amazing people and learned to network and lead as both a camper and a counselor." Once again, congratulations, Zachary. Well deserved.
Hi, I'm here to introduce Larissa Gould. She is a returning scholar in her fourth year in social work at Boise State University. Her fondest memory at camp involves her brother, who was able to join her during her 12th year at Camp Rainbow Gold. She says, "At the end of the week, my brother had his first wish cone ceremony, and without words, we were able to be together in that space where for so long we were before I was diagnosed with cancer. Together, we cried and we held each other, and without saying a word, we connected. With this simple moment came so much healing for me. I was able to eventually apologize for the time that I had taken away from him, the time with mom and dad. This was a powerful moment between siblings that I don't know I would have ever had without the power and privacy and safety that Camp Rainbow Gold provides. My camp lessons include the fact that the leaders of Camp Rainbow Gold have continuously mentored me as a leader. They have helped me develop the tools necessary to have self-confidence and self-respect. These values help me to become a good leader. And now with these skills, I have worked my way up in my job to a leadership role, and I strive daily to be an example of goodness. To show what a strong work ethic looks like means more than just asking someone to work hard. And Camp Rainbow Gold has supported and will continue to support me in my life, work, and education. Congratulations on your scholarship, Larissa. You're going to make a wonderful social worker.
I have the pleasure of congratulating Aubrey Matthews. Aubrey will be in her third year at Boise State University studying social work. I remember several years ago watching Aubrey become the superhero named Star for a day. I'm sure many of you remember her story. Star was tasked with saving Boise from a dangerous villain. With media coverage, the event captured hearts across the country. But Aubrey was already a hero. She has the powers to lift others and share her extraordinary wisdom. In her application, she wrote about a memory at camp. She said, "I remember how desperately I wanted to make cancer go away from everyone around me. But I learned that I do not have that magical power. But I do have the power to live with their memory and become a hero in the way that I help others." She also wrote, "I want to be a social worker because of camp, because I noticed the need for people who can relate to the kids. Camp showed me that changing the world means helping one person at a time. If I can help even one person believe in themselves, then that's what truly fulfills me. College is hard, but these lessons and courage is what get me through. Camp builds my spirit and enabled me to want to build my knowledge to help those going through similar battles I had to fight." Congratulations, Aubrey. We wish you all the best.
It is my honor to introduce and congratulate Emily Smith, a returning scholar in her fourth year in business at Nevada State College. She's also the recipient of the Community Service Award. Emily states in her application that some of her biggest camp lessons are about positive communication and problem solving, two of the biggest tools she uses from camp. Emily states that learning that sometimes it's okay to say, "That sucks, tell me about it, and I can listen," are some of the most constructively impactful statements I've ever heard. Hearing "me too" was the first time I felt validated in my own feelings about myself and was able to discuss something with another who truly understood where I was coming from, without the harsh judgment I'd faced before. Emily continues, "These carry over into my daily life, even if I'm not talking about cancer and associated topics. I'm able to be more empathic and understanding of others. I also have grown in the sense that I can just listen. I can speak my mind in a kind and caring way that won't always be shut down by the harsher side of society," which is what camp is about, being free to be yourself and feel empowered, included, and loved. Congratulations, Emily, on a job very well done.
Hi, it's my pleasure and honor to introduce Miranda Stansberry. She is a returning scholar and in her fifth year of art education at Boise State University. Miranda is also this year's recipient of the Sarah Adikoff Scholarship for the Arts Award. In her scholarship application, Miranda wrote that one of her favorite things about being a volunteer is being able to see the power of camp magic at work in camper spirits. Last summer, she says that she began her first year as a counselor at youth camp. We had a full cabin and some of our girls were veteran campers, but for a few, this was their first year at Camp Rainbow Gold. We were off to a pretty great start, and the returning campers had the opportunity to see old friends again, and our newer campers quickly found friends in their cabin mates. Still, a few of our newbies weren't quite sure how to feel about Camp Rainbow Gold, but it didn't take long to change their minds. When the camp paid a visit to the lake, it was so fun seeing them grinning ear to ear as they flew across the wake. On the ride back home, I asked them what they thought of camp, and the general consensus was, "It's awesome." Experiences like these are the reasons I come back to camp every year, Miranda says. The magic of camp healed me in so many ways, just by giving me the chance to meet new friends and try new things. Knowing what it felt like to be a camper, nothing makes me happier than watching campers learning, growing, and building friendships as the week goes by. Miranda states in her application that having the opportunity to gain firsthand experience in working with children and teens at Camp Rainbow Gold has strengthened her understanding of how to approach the education of her future students as an art educator. Again, congratulations, Miranda. I'm so excited for you. Well done.
I am proud to announce a first-time scholar recipient by the name of Adam Pettyjohn. Adam just recently graduated from Bishop Kelly High School here in Boise, and he will be attending Catholic University of America in DC in the fall, majoring in physics. Adam's fondest camp memory is being at Easley Hot Springs on the very last day of teen camp in 2019. He was surrounded by all of his friends as well as the staff and nurses, and they were having a pool party. It was his last year as a camper, and the counselors were treating him like he was one of them. Adam says, "I felt all their love and support, and it was the perfect way to end that week of camp." The most important camp lesson that Adam learned was to accept everyone for who they are and to treat them respectfully and with kindness, regardless of their abilities. Adam says, "I think this will be a valuable lesson that will help me to value people and relationships in addition to any academic successes that I have." Congratulations, Adam, and we wish you all the best in your next adventures in college at Catholic University of America. Go Cardinals!
It is an honor to introduce Trinity Lindsay to you. Trinity recently graduated high school and is on her way to study Human Resource Management at the College of Western Idaho. Trinity shared her fondest camp memory with us, which was her last year as a camper. She shared the special experience of escaping to a special campfire on the last night of camp with the other last year campers. Trinity also shared what a special experience all of camp is, that she learned how to be herself and that she has made lifelong friends who she will always shine for. I am shining for you, Trinity. Congratulations.
Next, I will introduce Darby Riley, a returning scholar studying molecular and cell biology at Dixie State University. Darby's fondest camp memory is the feeling she felt leaving on the last day of her first year of camp. Darby wrote in her application, "Sarah and I bawled our eyes out because we didn't want to leave." She goes on to state, "Nowhere else in the world do we get this kind of non-judgmental love and support." The two greatest lessons she's learned from Camp Rainbow Gold is, number one, we can do hard things, and number two, love is greater than all. Darby states, "We are cancer survivors. Fighting is in our blood." Keeping that mindset is important when she struggles in college because she is reminded of the simple fact that she is still here. She won her battle and she's grateful for it. So what is Darby going to do with this extra time she has? She tells the committee, "I'm going to put my best efforts into doing what I love. Going to college is part of my journey to get there. Of course, we simply cannot survive in this world without a little love." She tells us, "When I'm too focused on myself, my life gets harder. Whereas when I focus on others and have charity in my heart for those around me, life gets easier and I gain more people around me to support me in my education and in my life." Well done. Congratulations, Darby, on your Camp Rainbow Gold Scholarship.
It is my honor to introduce returning scholar Sarah Yenner, a second-year elementary education student at Grand Canyon University. Sarah tells the committee in her application, "I remember the family camp very fondly. While I was sick, I did not get to spend time with my brothers. During family camp, I was able to rebuild those relationships with them. I remember the campfires, craft time, and there was also a rock wall at the camp that I was able to do with my brothers." Sarah goes on to tell us that some of the greatest lessons she's learned from camp is that I have learned I am never alone. Sarah says being a cancer survivor can be very lonely because not everyone has experienced everything that I have. But I know that with Camp Rainbow Gold, I am not alone. There are people there that will love and support me through it all. Congratulations, Sarah. You're going to make a wonderful educator.
Again, it's my honor to introduce Madison Richards to you guys. Madison is a third-year scholar. She's studying agricultural business at BYU, Idaho. Her fondest camp memory, she says, is a hard question to answer because she made memories every year. But if she had to choose one memory, it would be when she went to family camp and her family went swimming in the lake. It was freezing cold, but she'll always remember that day because it's the first day that her and her family were able to go camping after she had been given the clear after her treatment. Madison states that she learned many camp lessons, but one thing that she'll take with her is that she's never alone. There's always people that she's going to be able to reach out for help. Congratulations, Madison.
It is my honor to introduce Katie Meyer, first-time scholar in her first year studying international politics at the University of Utah. Katie tells us in her application, "My fondest camp memory is the pine cone ceremony from my first year at camp. Watching the pine cones burn has always brought me an immense sense of relief, and it makes me feel as if my hopes and concerns are put out into the universe and the weight is taken off my shoulders. It was also very comforting to be surrounded, for the first time, by people who had been through the same things I had and who understood exactly how I felt." Katie goes on to tell us that some of her greatest lessons from camp was to never take things at face value. Katie states, "Everyone that attends camp has their own unique story, including me. In college, I will be certain to avoid passing quick judgment on my peers, professors, or classes. CRG has assured me that I have an open mind about the next chapter of my life." Congratulations, Katie. You're going to make a great international politician.
Congratulations, Alyssa Becker, a returning scholar in her 4th year at Boise State University, studying psychology. I'd like to take a moment and share her fondest camp memory. It was her first wishcone ceremony as a junior volunteer. She states, "It was my younger sister's first year at sibling camp, and I was the JV in her cabin. After being diagnosed, we'd had a complicated relationship, and we had trouble connecting and being vulnerable with each other. And I knew she had unresolved anger about my cancer. During that wishcomb ceremony, her first, she broke down, and I did too. For a long time, we just stood next to the campfire, hugging each other and crying. It was a wonderful, releasing moment that I will cherish forever." One of the most significant lessons from Camp Rainbow Gold is the support to be vulnerable. After her diagnosis and treatment in high school, she was anxious and closed off. She states, "I had trouble connecting to people in my life because losing my hair and weight had led me to being self-conscious. She would have nightmares that someone at school would be pulling her wig off. Camp was the first place where she felt safe enough to be vulnerable and secure in who she was." She tells the committee the loving, non-judgmental environment of people who had gone through the exact same experience as her was comforting and eye-opening. She goes on, "I was able to let my guard down for a week and just be a kid. It was so refreshing." Alyssa states, "Being vulnerable is an essential asset for success. Being vulnerable allows me to ask for help when I know I'm feeling overwhelmed, or to be honest with myself about how much I can truly handle, as well as giving me the ability to connect with others through that vulnerability." Congratulations, Alyssa. We are so proud of you.
I would like to introduce Sarah Smith. Sarah will be starting her 3rd year at Brigham Young University this fall, focusing on child development and music education. Sarah has many treasured moments and feelings from attending Camp Rainbow Gold as a kid, However, her fondest memory comes from her experience as a cabin counselor. Of all the girls in her cabin, she had one who couldn't stay in the cabin overnight, so she and her mom would make the trip to attend most of the daily events. The effects of cancer and all the difficulties that come with treating that illness made it hard for her to do much, but she still wanted to be involved. Her fondest memory for Sarah comes from this sweet girl being included in every activity by her other campers. This was Sarah's fondest memory for the fact that the sweet girl who made the daily trek into camp passed away not long after the summer ended. But perhaps it is also the fact that this sweet girl was surrounded by girls like her who knew the difficulty of illness, who knew the struggle it was to fit in, and accepted her regardless. When asked about camp lessons, Sarah told us about a situation that happened for her last semester when she took a step aerobics class. After a few weeks into the course, she started to have some difficulty with her feet, and the instructor advised that she take her intensity down a level or two when her feet started feeling better. Sarah said that it turned out the limitation affecting her was a result of radiation from cancer. She was embarrassed and even disappointed in herself that she couldn't be at the normal level that all of her other classmates were. And because it was tied to an alterable event, she felt even more isolated and frustrated. After leaving the class close to tears and ready to punch a nearby wall, Sarah mulled over other times when her physical limitations, effects from cancer treatment, were tested. Sarah says her mind wandered to Camp Rainbow Gold and how she and other campers were treated with the love and respect when we succeeded or failed. She's learned through her time at camp that she can accept her failures if she tries her hardest. Those times that she failed at camp, apparently there were some pretty epic fails at times, she was still congratulated for trying her best. The voices of her cheerleaders echo in her mind, and she strives to keep them there. Congratulations, Sarah, and best of luck to you in your third year at Brigham Young University this fall.
Next, I would like to congratulate Garrett Register on receiving a 2020 Camp Rainbow Gold Scholarship. Garrett is in his second year at BSU studying environmental studies. Garrett's fondest camp memory was experiencing a new camp lifestyle with a friend he had made at Camp Magical Moments the year before. He was surprised that he had gone to the same camp the following year and was placed in the same cabin. This pushed Garrett to become more involved in all the activities throughout the week, and it pushed him to talk to more people than he otherwise would have. Garrett states, "Building upon the relationships with my friends and the other campers and volunteers has brought me back year after year and pushed me to become the volunteer I am today." Garrett reflects that his most significant camp lessons and skills he takes away are accommodation and empathy. He has seen, heard, and interacted with people who have gone through different situations but have a similar outlook on the struggles at hand. This has shown him that you can't make assumptions about people because you don't know what they are dealing with most of the time. Learning this has helped him to understand different viewpoints and perspectives, which have led him to accommodate people's views and build upon them when needed. Garrett uses these skills in college on group projects, presentations, and developing lasting relationships. Keep up the great work, Garrett. Again, congratulations.
I have the pleasure of introducing Colin Stepp. Colin is a second-year returning scholar studying secondary education at Boise State University. When Colin was a junior counselor, one of the campers woke up from an apparent nightmare, and he wrote, "I didn't have any experience in how to comfort this kid, so I just sat there talking with him for an hour. We talked about everything bothering him, feelings, and of course, sports. Anything to just keep his mind off his nightmare, calm him down, and get him to go back to sleep. It was the first time for me in this role, and it felt good that he trusted me and that I could help someone instead of someone helping me. It's not a cool memory like Jason doing cookies in my motorized wheelchair, but it is a memory that makes me remember the deeper reasons why camp is cool, that people can connect and heal and continue living." Colin shared that he admires how his father can walk into a room and have a conversation with anyone. He says, I am in a wheelchair, and the second I roll into a room, people are assessing me. They're wondering what's wrong with me. They stare at me and judge my every movement. Camp Rainbow Gold taught me people skills. Honestly, I didn't want to go to camp that first year. I was worried how people would accept me, but nobody judged me. Nobody felt sorry for me. They liked me for me, not because of my cancer or my disability, but despite it. I shock people with my blatant humor, my ability to let go and move on. Why am I able to do this? Because Camp Rainbow Gold taught me that I am sufficient in who I am and where I'm going, that I'm loved and I am okay. It gets me through each day. Congratulations, Colin. You're going to be a wonderful educator.
It's my pleasure to introduce Abigail Austin, who is a returning scholar and in her second year of nursing education at Lewis Clark State College. She shares with the Scholarship Committee on her application. Our weekend at family camp was especially memorable. I really enjoyed sleeping in the lodge and pretending it was my castle. The weather was a bit nasty that trip, and so we spent a lot of time indoors making crafts and playing a lot of games. In particular, I remember all the bottle cap necklaces that I made that weekend. They will always be one of my most favorite camp activities. She goes on to share, one lesson I have learned from camp is that everyone deals with trauma differently, and that is okay. It seems that there is no rule book when it comes to childhood trauma. There is no right or wrong when it comes to coping skills and how we differ in our own unique method of survival. As a child, I remember my time at camp was nothing but welcoming, and I felt total acceptance and encouraged to be my own individual as I struggled to work through my emotions. This personal insight will help me in the nursing field as I look to help others through their own emotional journey. Congratulations, Abigail. Your patients will definitely benefit from your deep level of empathy.
Hello, everyone. I would like to introduce Hallie Oth. She is a returning scholar, and she is in her second year, majoring in communications at Boise State University. Hallie's fondest memory from camp was last summer when she was a junior counselor. She remembers the kids were getting off the bus and all the volunteers were all dressed up and everyone was cheering and singing to Disney songs as the kids piled out of the bus. They were all so excited to be there, and it was exhilarating to be a part of it. The best part, she told us, however, was when her little sisters who were campers saw her all dressed up and they got so excited she almost cried. She says, I am so thankful that I got to share camp with my little sisters that week. At Camp Rainbow Gold, she learned the importance of putting herself out there and following her passions. As a camper, she was very apprehensive to go to camp, and she didn't know anybody, and she was also joining in her last year to be a camper. She was unsure, and there were times where she didn't want to go, but on the bus ride home from camp, she was so thankful that she went. Hallie met so many awesome people and learned some valuable lessons and gained a second family. She learned that those opportunities that she was nervous about are often the best ones to take. Hallie carries this lesson with her whenever she is presented with a new opportunity that she is nervous about. She has also learned to follow her passions. As a junior counselor last summer, she tells us about when she had to shadow someone on the leadership team. On a whim, she was asked to shadow the camp videographer because she was slightly interested in photography. She quickly learned that she absolutely loved photography, and she has been following that passion ever since. Congratulations, Hallie, and have a great summer, and best of luck to you next year at Boise State.
I'm here to introduce Sabrina Zarate. Sabrina is a first-time scholar. She's studying physics at the University of Washington. When we asked Sabrina what her fondest camp memory was, she stated, I liked kayaking. I think the nature in Idaho is beautiful, and I love spending time by the water. Kayaking was a great way to spend time with my family, and I had a lot of fun. Sabrina shared a special camp lesson with us, saying, Going to Camp Rainbow Gold when I was young really encouraged me to have more confidence in myself. After my treatment, my parents were understandably protective of me, and I didn't travel much or participate in many of the same activities as my peers. Camp Rainbow Gold was one of my first opportunities to spend time away from home and was a place where I could try many new things. I learned that a lot of great things can be found when you go outside your comfort zone and having the confidence to try new things. Having this confidence and openness to new experiences is important in a lot of areas of life, but it especially helps me persevere and overcome challenges in school. Congratulations, Sabrina. I'm proud of you.
Once again, to our 2020 Camp Rainbow Gold Scholarship recipients, we say to you, congratulations! Woo!